Okay, here's my yard currently. In this corner, we have a lot of nothing, but this will be a perennial bed. I took all of our boxes, so I'm going to be putting mulch on there or whatever, making, you know, like no dig method kind of thing. We're getting lots of weeds and like quack grass and stuff, so I figured that, and then we're going to put dirt on it this Sunday. This is empty. This is empty. Nothing really. I guess this is mostly just like the before situation. In here we're gonna put a fire pit and then a big perennial bed around there. And then over here we've done a little bit. Pardon my hoses. My hose management is quite bad, but there's one raised bed. There's gonna be two, and then three, and then that is our property line. And so on this side of this, it's going to be berries, but that will have to happen after we get the fence up and whatever else. So not going to do anything around here until probably the end of summer or next year. And then this is what we've got going on. And all of my plants inside. It is still in a beautiful sunset. Wow. It is still May, beginning of May, May 8th. And so I'm bringing my tomatoes and peppers in overnight because it's going to get down to 3 Celsius. But everything else, even my cosmos, are going to be in here for the rest of eternity. Well, no, until I put them in the ground. And I've got cosmos that I started from seed. I've got some Shasta daisies back there. I have some yarrow that is looking worse for wear. Oopsie. Whoopsie, just knocked over. I've knocked that over so many times. This Russian sage, sorry. But my yarrow's looking a little worse for wear. I planted it way too early. My alyssum also is looking not great. I think I need to pinch it back. Forget-me-nots. Sorry, it's kind of low light, so it's being a little bit slow. More daisies. Some lamb's ear. My columbines look terrible. This is Sweet William. It's a ground cover. We've got petunias. We've got kale. We've got snapdragons, echinacea. We've got foxgloves back there. We have, oh yeah, my tomatoes and peppers I'm going to bring inside. Kale and some more flower starts, snapdragons. We have bells of Ireland and something else. I've got my verbena here. Oopsie. This is a Saskatoon berry, and then more stuff for my annual pots with the salvia and osteospermum, more ugly looking yarrow, and rudbeckia, and a climbing rose that is hardy to zone 2, if you can believe it. Right there, zone 2. I'm zone 3. And my peonies, and some more ground cover, and some Russian sage that I didn't kick over, and Russian sage that I did kick over, and lavender, nope, lilacs, and boxwoods, and sedums, and a sunset. And that's my tour for the moment. Thanks for watching. See you soon. I almost forgot. I have an azalea. Azalea that's also hardy. It's called Northern Lights Azalea, and it's good to zone 3. This will be in the shade somewhere. And then I got hostas potted up. Some more peonies potted up. I have some hyssop in here, and I think this is Eryngium sea holly. I don't know. I've got gladiola bulbs that I'll need to put in, but I don't have any, like, need to get irrigation and the fence in first. And then in the front, please pay no mind to my husband's turkeys. But you can see that's my backyard. Our front yard is so small, like this is my neighbor's. So I just put a little bit. That is my Incredible hydrangea. And I put some snapdragons in the ground because I didn't have any more space for them, and they're still alive, so And this is a salvia that came back from last year that I'll need to put into the landscape. So eventually there's gonna be like a gate here and then a shed there, and then I'm gonna put hostas, I thought, in here somewhere, but the slope is so much bigger than you think. It's very hard to walk on, so I don't know. And then my front yard, also no yard, but there will be a gate there. And then I don't know, I've got those climbing roses, so we'll see. But eventually, can you just imagine, like, okay, I'm opening the gate, I'm walking in, and this is my beautiful garden with like my perennial bed and a big tree in the corner, and like maybe another bed in here, and blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be so pretty, so perfect. I'm so excited. Okay, bye.